go. Weekend is pretty much here. It's upon us. Good morning, everybody. Christmas trees in the window. Got one of my favorite flannel shirts on. Hot cup of coffee this morning. And it's Friday. Not really sure what else could possibly be better than that. You want to see outside? Here, I'll take you there right now. This is what I'm looking at. Snow's falling ever so slightly. It's just a beautiful morning. Main Street, Barrie. Looking over at Nelson Hardware. People out and about, moving about themselves, getting out, doing some shopping. Said this morning, going to say it again. Please, if you would, shop local this weekend. If you got plans, you're going to be out, just do it. Our economy needs you. Man, we have so much to talk about this morning, so much to get to. Before I go an inch further, I'll be honest with you. There's probably, there's so much going on in my head, so much to talk about. I don't know where to begin. Rex is not in this morning. He is a little under the weather. But he will be in, and he has a lot to say, and so do I. And we'll get to it. Speaking of Rex and Barslow Construction, look at this. They just put that commercial together. So cool. They are so busy right now doing indoor stuff and, well, frankly, outdoor stuff too, because they don't stop during the winter. I, being the dumbass that I am, would think that we're not out doing things like roofing and stuff like that during the winter months, but not Barslow Construction. They're out there doing whatever you need to do. Good morning, everybody. Listen, I want to say this. I hope you're doing all right. I hope you're doing okay. We have had we had a lot of laughs yesterday on Aired Out with G, and I have been saying here on the air for the last, I don't know, good morning, Massey. It is so nice to share my morning with all of you, and I don't want to sound like a big old sap here, but it is so nice to begin my day connecting with you guys, and I appreciate it. I want to say this. There's been, as I said, I've been saying this on the air now for about maybe a week, maybe a little bit longer, that there's a sense of heaviness in the air in some respects, in some regard, with just, maybe it's just that time of year. We're busy. We got a lot of stuff going on. We're running around, pulling our hair out. How are we going to do this? How are we going to do that? We got to get it all in. And, man, it's like some of us are getting a little short, a little hot under the collar at times. Please, folks, deep breath. Deep breath. Be kind, if you can be. At least try to be. Fly on the Wall Productions bringing you the Aired Out podcast live from North Main Street in Barrie this morning, on the web at airedoutvt.com. Here's some live pictures this morning. Let's take you to the interstate. This is Hartford. Things moving pretty clear. Brookfield, that's the high spot on 89. A little dark up there. Southbound on 89, near the exit 10 ramp in Waterbury. Brookfield right there. Bethel. So, yeah, things moving pretty well this morning. Not hearing of anything major. There's exit 10 getting off at Waterbury. So looking pretty good. Some live cameras right now of what's happening on the roads. All right, just be careful driving today if you can. We have a one of the things I was saying to myself last night. I'm like, oh my God, this community calendar is so jammed. There is so much going on this weekend. If it's a movie that you're thinking about, here's what's playing: Capitol Showplace in Montpelier, Ella McKay, Eternity, Fackham Hall, Wicked for Good, seen it. Zootopia 2, seen it. Excellent. Paramount Twin right here, a couple hundred yards down the road from where I'm sitting right now in Barrie. Five Nights at Freddy's 2, that's tonight at the Paramount, and Zootopia 2. All right, so get out to the movies. I think they were right around like 6:30, 6:45. Get on fgbtheaters.com. And if you do, you can also get tickets for Song Sung Blue. That's coming out soon. Marty Supreme, The Housemaid, SpongeBob SquarePants movie, Avatar, Fire, and Ash, all coming out. Skip the line. Grab your tickets now, fgbtheaters.com. Make sure you follow them on social media. Birthdays today: Jessica Keene, Lisa DeForge, Tabitha Jenkins, Brian Smith, Louis Sanborn. Let's see: Lori Ann Green, Christina Griffith, Sarah Rollins, McKenna Harris. My God, I've known her since she was 2, 3, 4, somewhere in there. Greg West, and my old college roommate, Spiro Chumas, on the list today. Facebook question of the day: what's that one Christmas tradition that you and your family love to do so much? I don't care if it's Elf on the Shelf, if it's the gingerbread house, no matter what it is, I want to hear about it. Post it up. Get it on. All right? Cloudy today, 23. Partly cloudy tonight, 12. It's not too bad. At least we're in the positive. Saturday, afternoon light snow and around 28. Tomorrow, if you got plans, if you could be out, it's going to be beautiful. And then Sunday, mostly cloudy, light snow showers, and 22. Going to try to get out and do some snowshoeing this weekend, if my knees will allow. The community calendar is, as I said earlier, it's jammed. First of all, it's brought to you by the World newspaper. Grab a fresh copy today. It's everywhere. And thumb through it. If you're looking for something to do this weekend, that's the way to do it, is to grab the World. One of the things that's happening, one of many things that's going to be happening, is Jeepmas tomorrow. For those of you that are wondering, what in hell is Jeepmas? Here's Samantha Payette with us. Good morning, Samantha.
Morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. Listen, this is something that you're kind of the brainchild of. Am I right?
Well, yeah.
All right. So I know that you and Travis and so many others are big Jeep fans.
Yes.
What was it that made and people they decorate their Jeeps everywhere, no matter what. I don't care if you're in Florida. You're decorating your Jeep during Christmas.
Yes. It's fun. Who doesn't like Christmas lights? And they're beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, there's some really creative stuff, too. But
Yeah.
you guys said a couple of years ago, let's do this. Let's get all of us Jeep fanatics together. Let's decorate our Jeeps. Let's get together. Let's get some hot cocoa going, and let's just get some feel-good happening and make a little parade. Tell me about it.
Yes. So it started, I went to 4 years ago, we went up to Goss Jeep up there to Burlington, and we did their Jeep parade, and there was like four Jeeps. There was me, my son, my friend Cheyenne, and Travis's brother. We went out all up there to Burlington, and they don't tell you the route. There's no police escort. You're just winging it pretty much. If you know Burlington, great, but if you don't, then you know you're in trouble. So anyways, we got on the route, and 10 minutes into it, my grandchildren are hungry, so we're like walkie talking back to everybody saying, these guys are hungry, we need to turn around. We get to a U-turn and we turned around, and every Jeep behind us followed us to Buffalo Wild Wings. They were madder than a Dickens. So I said, you know what? I'm never going to do this up here. Why don't we bring it to Barrie? And I've brought it here for the last 3 years, and I've gotten between 20 to 30 Jeeps, and it's been pretty fun. So we just go from the Berlin Mall, it's the old Toy Run route. We go up over Blue Cross Blue Shield, down by Hannaford's, down into Barrie Montpelier Road, and end up in Montpelier. And I just started adding in the last year. I just asked everybody if they could bring in a unwrapped gift. Doesn't have to be anything, big. And then I just donate it to the Barrie City Police Department, who escorts us, which is wonderful. So yeah,
That's so cool that Barrie City, the PD does that. That's
yeah.
awesome, man.
Officer Fuller stepped right up, said, "Absolutely, I'll do it." So it's been good. At least we have an escort, so we can stop traffic. And I think last year Berlin jumped in and helped escort when we got to I think Montpelier or Berlin, something like that. But yeah,
So it's growing. It's getting bigger.
I hope so. I want it. I mean, each year we get a couple more, but
So
it's
tomorrow night, 6
yep.
p.m., I think, right? You said Berlin Mall?
Yeah, we'll leave about 6. Could be, a couple minutes after. It's hard to tell like a time we'll be coming through because we never know traffic or road conditions, or just be patient. We will be coming through.
And you're going to be finishing up on the State House.
Yes. Yep.
I mean, you guys aren't going to be actually parking on the State House lawn, although you could if you put it in four-wheel. But
Absolutely.
but you guys are just going to be pulling up in front of the State House lawn there, and then what? I'm guessing a big group photo.
We do a big group photo, and then we'll just hand off the gifts to Barrie City Officer Flurry, and that's pretty much it. It's just a quick little ride, and
I love it.
yes,
It's
I
simple.
hope you're going to be there.
I'm planning to be. I'm planning to be.
All right.
Although I don't have a Jeep, but listen, this doesn't have to be like you're if it's got the name Jeep on it,
Join.
you're good to go.
Decorate it. You're good to go. Decorate it. I don't care if it's a Renegade. I don't care if it's a Cherokee. If it says Jeep,
Now,
decorate it.
are there any hooligans that take the top down and do this open air?
No, no. I did have a gentleman 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. He put a Santa Claus outfit on and rode in the back of his Jeep. Oh God, I can't even think. Truck. I'm a brain cramp. Um, yeah, he rode the whole way in the back of his Jeep.
Yeah, I love it.
Crazy, cold.
Getting a comment
Not
here.
me.
Yeah, exactly. Stacy Holden is saying he's down in Florida. He's saying Jeeps are decorated year round down there.
Oh my gosh.
Now, what's the deal with the whole rubber ducky thing? I know this isn't specific for winter or Christmas or anything, but what is that?
There was so my understanding, it was from a lady that was having a bad day at a store, and she went in and bought a duck and put it on or somebody put it on her Jeep, I guess. And then that started it, from my understanding. She has since passed away, but it's been going on for years, I guess.
Wow.
I love getting duck just because there's so many, and I hardly ever get the same one twice, and they're just fun.
But
Who doesn't like running?
But Sam,
Huh?
there's only so much room in the dashboard, though.
Well, I have a couple favorites. So I keep my favorite ones on the dashboard, and then I reduck. So it's exciting.
I love it. Um, Michaela's saying she's going to be at work here, watching everybody go by. But tell us once again where the route is. And again, this is starting. This Jeepmas parade will be underway right around 6 o'clock tomorrow
Yep.
night, starting at the Berlin Mall. So folks, please, come out of your house if you're close by. Give them some horn there. Throw them some love. Let them know that you appreciate their hard work and getting their Jeeps decorated. But what's the route again? One more time.
So it starts off at the Berlin Mall, and we do have people that show up at the Berlin Mall and take pictures and just kind of look. But it goes from there. We go up Blue Cross Blue Shield, down into South Barry, down into Barry, and then Barry Montpelier Road, and then onto Montpelier. It's the same route as the toy run that has been run for years.
Okay.
So it's a quick little 30-minute ride, 40-minute ride.
That's so great. So great. Year number what now? You said 3.
Yeah, this will be my 4th year here, and I did it in Burlington, and that was not fun.
I love it, man. It sounds so great. Thanks for coming on this morning. Anything else you can think of that you want to pass on about Jeepmas? And if you can't, let's say this: if you can't make it this year, please get your Jeep together. Stay tuned. Keep watch, and be part of it next year. But anything else that you can
No,
think of?
I think you pretty much summed it all up. Just come out, watch. If you don't have a Jeep, the more the merrier. Definitely, if you have a Jeep, just throw a lights on. I've seen people even put those little blow up things you put on the front yard in the back in their side of their passenger seat. Doesn't You don't have to do anything special. Just come out.
Yeah.
Show. Show. I don't know.
We're getting a question here? Is Bronco considered a dirty word for Jeep people?
JD.
It's just a question. It's just a question. It just came in.
No.
I love it. I love it. Listen, Sam, you're doing great things for the community. You know what you're doing?
Well, I hope I'm putting smiles on everybody's faces, and
That's what you're doing, and you're bringing people together. And quite frankly, we need a little bit more of that. And I'm glad that
absolutely this time of year.
absolutely. I'm so glad you're doing it. And I hope this turns into a tradition that goes far beyond 3 years.
Yes, it's something easy. I'll just decorate it and go for a little ride.
Yeah. Have
That's
some
it.
fun. Bring the kids, and if you're going to be up anywhere near the Berlin Mall tomorrow night around 6:00, get up there and see the lineup for this, and thank everybody for doing this. It's just in the spirit of Christmas,
Yep.
just being together.
Absolutely. Yep.
Thanks,
Most
Sam.
definitely. Thank you.
Appreciate you coming on.
Thank you for inviting me.
And we'll be watching the page as well, and sharing up a few more pictures of what's happening tomorrow night for Jeepmas. Really, really cool. It has been a big week here in Vermont, and especially a big week for us in Barrie. Lots to talk about. I'm sure you've seen on the news on Wednesday, the Agency of Commerce and Community Development announced a nearly $50 million check in disaster recovery funding for Washington and Lamoille counties. Huge news for communities that are still rebuilding and still healing from the 2023 floods. Right here in Barrie, part of that investment is headed to the Stevens Branch Apartments, a downstreet housing in Evernorth partnership that's going to create 31 permanently affordable homes in the heart of the city. When I say affordable, we have broken down that word in great detail over the last couple of weeks with Downstreet Housing on the air with us and off the air on Facebook. We have clearly defined what that is, what that means. If you are not down with that, please go back and re-listen to that episode with Downstreet Housing. Just, what was it, last week? I can't remember now. I think it was last week. The project also includes major flood mitigation work, turning underused city parking lots like this one on Seminary Street into new housing. And, of course, what that does is in the end, hopefully, I think most of us would agree anyway, strengthens our resilience and gives us what we need more than anything else, in addition to boosting the grand list. This is big stuff. This is big news. Prospect Heights project is also going to be advancing as a result of this. This is this long planned 128 unit subdivision that has been championed by Barrie Area Development Corps. This gets the city right to the finish line on the redesign and permitting needed to bring 100, nearly 100 new homes, single-family duplexes, and multifamily units to the Granite City. Really cool. And, you know, this is going to help people stay right here in our community. That's what we need. It's what we need a lot. Harrington Ave and Brook Street also going to be receiving support as a result of this this check. It's big. Let's try to be, and we're so grateful to Governor Scott, the Vermont Community Development Board, and the Vermont Community Development Program staff for backing these projects up. We've got to. I say. Listen, I know everyone's got an opinion about housing and this and that and what's affordable and what's not and everything. We've got to try to see the silver lining here and try to be positive. I don't know. I think it's fantastic. I hope you do as well. We have had also a pretty difficult week with the news here in Barrie. And listen, I know that I do a lot of joking around on the air, a lot of laughs, but there's a lot of serious stuff that also needs to be talked about. And we goof around for the sake of our own mental health and trying to make you smile or laugh out loud. But it's been a rough week. Early Tuesday morning, we had a 51-year-old man, homeless guy, here in Barrie, who was found outside. He had frozen to death. Overnight temperatures dipped to around 15 below zero. This is unacceptable. I think most of us would agree. Tess Taylor's with us on the line. Tess, you there? Good morning.
I sure am. Good morning, JD.
What a heartbreaking story and reminder to all of us that no one should be left outside in this kind of cold ever.
This is true, and thank you for having me on today. Richard was, uh, well, to give a little background. So I'm the homelessness and housing liaison for the city of Barrie, and I'm here on a grant, and so it's not forever, but it's been a really great journey to work with all the churches and other people in Barrie, plus the service organizations, to really get to have everybody get to know each other in working on this issue of homelessness. So we've stood up a warming center during the day from 7 to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday at the Church of the Good Shepherd. And so that's manned by volunteers from all the different churches. And it's so that we're in our second year of doing this like this. And this is since the pandemic. We used to do it before the pandemic. It was very hardy. And so it's our second year. Everybody gets to know each other and everybody gets to know who our guests are at the warming center. And Richard came from time to time. And so it's sad for all of us because it's a person that we know, not just this, not simply a person who, is in the community, but he's in our community. And so it's very sad.
Yeah, and I just I, I just said on the air, it's, you know, it's, I just said on the air, you know, it's, I just said on the air, you know, it's, I just said on the air, you know, it's, I just said on the air, you know, it's, I just said on the air, you know, it's, I just said on the air, you know, it's, I just said on the air, you know, it's, I just said on the air, you know, it's, I just said on the air, you know, it's, I just said on the air, you know, it's, I just said on the air, you know, it's, I just said on the air, you know, it's, I just said on the air, you know, it's, I just said on the air, you know, it's, I just said on the air, you know, it's, I just said on the air, you know, it's, I just said on the air, you know, it's, I just said on the air, you know, it's, I just said on the air, you know, it's, I just said on the air, you know, it's, I just said on the air, you know, it's, I just said on the air, you know, it's, I just said on the air, you know, it's, I just said on the air, you know, it's, I just said on the air, you know, it's, I just said on the air, you know, it's, I just this time of year where there's so much going on. There's so much going
Hmm.
on. Our heads are filled with so much, whether it's joy, excitement, camaraderie, getting together with people that we love, and hopefully a good dose of laughter and
Hmm.
and fun. And we 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 try real hard to bring that to people. But man, I gotta tell you, it's like when the camera is off, the microphone is off. Um,
Hmm.
for me, some things really get under my skin, and this story this week really
Hmm.
bothered me
Hmm.
deeply. And last night, um, my wife even said to me, she's like, what's up? And I'm just like, man, this story of this guy who froze to death right here, like
Hmm.
just just a short distance from where I'm sitting right now, is is
Right.
is is really disturbing me. It's renting space in my head. I mean,
Hmm.
I don't know, man. It's
Yeah. Well, there's the whole there, but for the grace of God, isn't there? Go I, that expression. So there's a little bit of that probably mixed in with, you know, we're we're a country of abundance, and why does this happen,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So there's that, and then and then the proximity is, and it's bothering a lot of people because we had an overnight shelter, so we stand that up if it gets to be around zero or the wind chill is just not tenable, and we wish we could do more, but at least this, and we stand that up at the Berry Congregational Church. Um, Montpelier has a shelter, and then we have the Good Samaritan Haven. So, um, those are the places that people can go. And then Good Samaritan has outreach people who are just scanning everywhere they know to look for people, and they're checking on where there might be campsites to see if people have everything they need, if they want to go someplace else, if they are just okay. um, and then we have the police and our fire um, people who are also scanning areas and scanning them again and looking for people. So it's hard on all of us to know that no matter how much we make these efforts to help when the temperatures get lower, that still a tragedy can happen.
I've heard, and I know you have,
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
sometimes folks that are homeless, even when it's really intense with the weather,
Hmm.
that they still prefer
Hmm.
to to be in their own environment
Hmm.
where they're familiar.
Yeah.
Even if it's like really really cold,
Hmm.
they still prefer that. But what I think the reason why we've got you on this morning
Hmm.
is just to promote the message of, listen, man, if it's you or if it's someone that you know
Hmm.
that fits in this category, they want to be where they're familiar.
Right.
That just try to have an impact on them to say, hey, listen,
Hmm.
it's not
Yeah.
it's not safe to fall asleep like this. There's a warm space that's available.
Right.
I'll go with you. We'll be together. Let's just get through this one night or this two nights if we're getting a snap,
Yeah.
and let's just go over to the Berry Congregational Church.
Yeah.
You got what? I think you said 12 beds over there, and
Correct.
the shelter opens once it hits zero.
Yeah.
Which
and
you know,
and we're going to be working really hard, even harder, to get the word out. I think I know Richard knew because he actually was at the warming center that morning. So we did tell everybody there,
Wow.
just, in case you didn't hear, we're just a reminder, we are going to be open tonight. I mean, and that's the thing about having the warming center is, like I said, building this community and trust and you talk about joking around. I invite you to come down some anytime Monday through Friday from 7 to 10 a.m.
Done.
and just come just come and hang out. We have coffee. We don't, everybody's invited.
This is over
And
at the Good Shepherd,
this is at Good Shepherd. Yeah.
39 Washington Street.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Yeah. Yeah. You'll love it. And I mean, there's people are having, if the people are having issues, people are helping each other out. Our volunteers are, people are, there's no, there's no line. It's very blurred. You're in
Yeah.
you might be in, helping to make the coffee, or you might be out, talking to people, but everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
And this is something that takes time and consistently showing up.
Yeah.
And so, my point being that, most people know it's safe to come to the Congregational Church on a really cold night because they already know who we are.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
not strangers.
Yeah, we're getting a question here. Just for clarification, was he refused a shelter? I think
No,
resounding no.
there's no shelter in central Vermont that has any kind of philosophy of telling people they can't be there in these coldest of times. Good Samaritan drops all of their requirements for, whether a person has been drinking or not. So they drop that during these times, and
Yeah.
the churches certainly don't. They don't turn anybody. So nobody. He didn't. There's no way he came to
Yeah.
any of the shelters because he would not have been refused.
Yeah, and I mean, I think there's, obviously, some very basic rules for behavior,
Yeah.
to be respectful to others. But like you said, I mean, even if you've had some alcohol,
Mhm.
this is not about judgment at all. This
No,
is about,
not
frankly,
at all.
saving lives.
Mhm.
That's
And I tell you,
crazy.
JD, it's so cold. People come in this so this is the scenario in our shelter. We set up our cots and have nice blankets with them, and we have volunteers that have made some beautiful hearty stews and casseroles to eat, and so there's really good food there. And so when people come downstairs, and people have been donating socks, and we can always use more. Um, so it's been nice. We've only done this for 2 nights so far, but it's been nice to welcome people and say, come on in, take your boots off. I'm going to give you a fresh pair of socks,
Wow.
and just come on in and, you know, pick your bed and put your stuff down, relax. Um,
Wow.
and they get a bite to eat. Thank goodness they had the wherewithal to build a shower. So actually, Monday night, 4 people took showers, and they were so. Yeah, it's like I called it in like a lion, out like a lamb.
Yeah. Yeah.
They mean really, and they got to take showers and just sleep. So people come in and they kind of hang out, but you know, they really need to be warm, they need to be fed, and they need to sleep.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. It's
The cold the cold makes you tired. It saps the energy right out of you.
absolutely.
So 7 p.m. to 7
Hmm.
a.m. is the overnight shelter
Yeah. And then of course when it becomes 7 a.m., they can come over to the Good Shepherd Church
Yep.
and spend another 3 hours.
till 10
Yeah, till 10.
for some warmth, some food,
Hmm.
some conversation. And then in Montpelier, they've got a cold weather shelter over there, kind of a temporary location at the Trinity Church, and
Yeah.
that's from 6 until
8 to
9,
8.
or 8 to 8. All right, and then
8 to 8. Yeah.
at the Unitarian Church as well on Main Street.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're working really hard. Everything is about the safe and sprinklered facility, and
Yeah.
they're working really hard to find, where they can do this. That the fire marshal is going to agree to, and it's going to be a good space for standing up a shelter.
Andrea Stander is doing an outstanding job over there.
She's great.
I was chatting with Zach Hughes this morning, and he was like,
Mm-hmm.
"We need some more Tess Taylors in the world." Is what he said. That's what he
Oh,
said to me. Um,
that's so sweet.
the community table and warming space over at the Trinity Church again. The daytime hours Monday through Thursday. I think you said 8 a.m. to like 4, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
and then
I,
Fridays.
I'm not sure. I think somebody, I do have an email of the latest
Yeah,
on that.
and
Yeah.
I've got with your permission, I can put, if obviously with your permission, I would put your email here in the comments so people could get in touch with you if that's okay.
I would like that. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do that here in a second. But St.
Yeah.
Augustine Church on Berry Street on Fridays only, which is today.
Yeah.
They've got a daytime shelter that's
Yep.
happening over there. Um, this kind of programming, this kind of messaging, and
Hmm.
I know it's Friday. I know we want to let loose and let our guard down and have some fun. But this kind of stuff is so critical, man. I don't care what else, frankly, is going on.
Hmm.
This stuff we're gonna push harder than anything. And if you ever call me,
Yeah.
Tess,
Yeah.
I'm gonna answer. I don't care
Thanks.
I don't
I
care
appreciate that.
whether I'm live on the air or
Yeah.
not. Please,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put.
And
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry. I just interrupted. I
No, no.
just, but it's so important to me to make sure people understand all the work that the library is doing.
Yeah.
On this front. I mean, the reason why we're open only till 10 is because because we have to get volunteers together for all of this, and then most people end up going over to the library if they still need to be indoors in a place that's warm.
Sure.
It's I'm glad. I mean, I'm glad when I walk in the library, I see people I know,
Yeah.
and they're hanging out reading books, doing jigsaw puzzles and things like that. But I mean, there are issues with people that everybody has their thing, and so it's sometimes can be I don't want to say overwhelming because the library is so much stronger than that.
Sure.
But it takes up a lot of their time to be working with people who are simply looking for a place to be warm
Yeah.
and stay, versus their other clientele. And the thing is that for the most part, it seems like everything works out synergistically, that people who patronize the library, all the people who patronize the library, they have respect for each other.
Yeah.
But there are some people that say they won't, they've seen homeless people outside of the library, so they're not going to walk in there with their children. And nothing could be farther from the truth that would be a danger to your child. But
Right.
like there's certain barriers, stereotypes, and judgments there that are tough, right?
Yeah.
To
Sure.
to watch when they're people, but also you know I think you should, if you haven't had Kristen on from the library, I think she would be a great guest for you, you know so she can talk about how things are going there.
Sure. I consider that done.
Yeah.
That'll definitely happen. And listen, man, it's like as a parent, when if you're heading over to
Hmm.
the library or whatever, and your kid sees someone who is either clearly homeless or may be homeless, take that opportunity to
Hmm.
talk with your child and have an honest conversation with them and explain to
Hmm.
them what this is. And
Exactly.
you know, these are human beings. Let's
Or say hello. Just say
say
hello.
hello. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
these are obvious things here. I
Mhm.
think the big takeaway here is we want to make sure that people understand that this
Mhm.
information is out there. It should be shared as much as possible.
Yeah.
Take whatever's in your head, whatever your opinions are, and just push them aside for a little bit and get this information out there, because these shelters, the bottom line is they save lives,
Yeah.
especially on nights where we have seen this. It has been an exceptionally early cold winter. If
Mhm.
somebody needs help, if somebody needs a warm place to stay, having this information uh, at their knowledge is
Yeah.
critical. It's critical.
Yeah. It is critical. Um, and so I just, want to say you're putting my email is,ttaylor@berrycity.org.
Yeah,
And I'm easy to find. I'm in the old police. We, we just, I don't know. That room is always going to be called the old PD,
yeah,
but the in City Hall. So I'm easy to find. And uh, I just want to say our needs are from the community are we could always use more volunteers,
sure,
either for the overnight shelter or even at the just the morning shelter, but also just drop down
yeah,
and just see how it all goes. It's pretty cool.
yep,
And then so we could use volunteers. We can always use food. For the overnight shelter, definitely hearty food and baked goods. For the daytime one, baked goods are, everybody loves those. And then, and we can always use money because as much as it doesn't cost much to run
sure,
all this, it still does cost. So if people wanted to make a contribution to either the Church of the Good Shepherd or the Berry Congregational Church, that would be greatly appreciated.
sure,
And socks, we love socks.
absolutely. So do I.
Mhm.
So do I. I'm kind of a
We
sock
haven't,
nut.
and we actually even know somebody who we know people that manufacture socks, don't we?
Yeah, darn tough. And we got a comment. We just got a comment that maybe darn tough could donate some socks. So
we'll we'll
ding
work
ding.
on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's give a tip of the hat to we got some real superheroes in our community that do stuff
Hmm.
for the homeless, especially during the winter, and do not want a spotlight, any
Mm-mm.
recognition. They are so humble, but I'm going to give a kudos to him again. I've done this on the air before. I'm going to do it again. Is Sergeant Chad Bissett.
Hmm.
This guy is far beyond a
Hmm.
police officer. He's a fantastic human being, and I'm hoping that I'll get him on the air here. But what he does for the homeless is incredible. And Dan Molind,
Yeah, Dan Mullen.
there's another one.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Enough does more than enough. They
Yeah,
do a lot. Not enough ministries.
that's
Yeah.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. Great chatting with you, Tess. Listen, I'm going to text you after I get off the air. We're going to stay in touch. I'm going to get over to one of those shelters and
Good.
have a cup of coffee with you. All right?
I would love that, JD. I really appreciate you having me air this out. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, we are, and kudos to Joe Aldsworth too. And
Joe Walters and Chief Vale.
and she fell.
Chief
Everyone.
Vale has been amazing in this whole effort. Yes.
Yeah, good
And
stuff.
Joe always he's got his emergency thinking cap on all the time, and he's a
Constantly.
great resource for me.
Yeah,
Hmm.
we love him a lot.
And Nicholas, our
Yeah.
our city manager,
Yep.
uh, he's just been really great about letting me do, trusting me to let me do what I need to do to
What you
do
need to
this
do
work.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly. Yeah. Thank God
yeah,
for that. Thank God.
yeah.
There's really no time for micromanaging. He just they know. Tess has got it. She's dealing with it. She's connected. She knows all the resources, and Yeah, and they're all pulling together and working together,
Yeah.
which I love.
Yeah.
Thanks,
So
Tess.
yes, please, anybody reach out to me. That'd be great.
All right, we got your email on there. It's in the comments.
Good.
Please send Tess an email this morning, at least just to say, hey, thanks for coming
Oh,
on Aired Out and talking about this,
yeah. Yep.
Good stuff,
I love
Tess.
that. All right, JD. Have a nice weekend.
Keep the coffee on for me. I'm coming.
I wait. You take care.
All right. Hey, the city council, I don't know if you saw this last night, is looking for feedback as it crafts the fiscal year 27 budget. They're saying make sure your voice is heard as we work on this. So you have, I've got a website here. I'm going to put it in the comments. It's a little survey. Now listen, I know that you have opinions about this, and that's a good thing. But here's your chance to voice those opinions. Take the survey. You can download a paper copy if you want to. I just posted the link right there. It's going to remain open until 12 noon on Wednesday, January 28th. This year, you also have the option of leaving an email or a phone number for a chance to win a raffle prize after you complete the survey. Interesting. They want to hear what you have to say. So for those of you that have said in the past, well, no, my voice isn't being heard, here it is, right here. I'm going to try to lighten it up with you here this morning as we go out. Logan Luce is on every Saturday morning talking sports right here. And this guy lives and breathes football. Well, good morning, Logan. How are you, buddy?
Good morning, JD. How are we?
My brother, here it is Friday morning. I don't even know who won last night.
Are we talking basketball or football?
We're
Just a
talking
little bit of
football,
both.
Thursday night football. Who won?
Football
Are
Thursday.
the Chiefs still alive?
The Chiefs are out. Chiefs are cooked. So at this point, how the Chiefs have to win is they have to play what we football players call the magic lottery ball. I just made that up. That's bullshit. Anyway, but in all seriousness though, it's called the guessing game of like they basically have to win every game. They cannot at this point they can't afford a lose. If they lose one more time, they are absolutely out. So they have to win out the rest of their games, and then they have to bet on certain teams losing and certain teams winning, kind of thing. They have it's like pure for them to get in at this point is pure luck. Like it has to be like they have to win every game, and teams like, for example, like Buffalo, like a bunch of AFC teams need to start losing, like so they can get a spot in. But right now it's looking unlikely. But last night's game was the Falcons and the Buccaneers, where the Falcons beat the Buccaneers in a very close contest, 29-28.
That was a game I should have been watching, buddy. Damn it.
Yeah, I know. Kirk Cousins, 33 completions out of 44 for 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. While Baker Mayfield was 19 for 34, 277 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Just close combat, close quarters. Surprising with the Bucs. So the Bucs are on a 2-game losing streak. They've lost twice in a row now. Which is surprising. They were
We just
killing
got
it at the start of the season.
We just got a comment here saying, Logan, Phillip Rivers, yay or nay?
Oh, as a Seahawks fan, no offense, but I don't think he's gonna make it out of that Seahawks game. I don't think he's gonna make it out alive. Like he's so I feel bad for him because he's coming out of a 5-year retirement, and he's playing against one of the top like 5 defenses right now in the league, and they're all young dudes. Like our team is very young, so it's a 44-year-old man like getting lined up against a bunch of like 28-year-olds like fresh in their prime, ready to just hit him, and he's not ready for it. I don't think. I think Philip Rivers will do solid. I just like replacement for Daniel Jones, but I don't think that Philip Rivers. I feel like Philip Rivers is gonna do what Marshawn Lynch did when he came out of retirement, which is everybody was so hyped for him to play, and then he did a grand total of 12 yards in 3 games. So, so let that sink in, and then look at Philip Rivers, who is 44 years old. He hasn't played in 5 years. He is rusty. Like I don't know. I don't know what to expect. Am I excited that he's here? Yes, but is he gonna be the person that I think he's gonna be? Probably not.
Dwayne is 100% Philip Rivers fan. Dan Alexander just says if he doesn't get hit, he'll be okay. And also that the Houston Texans have the best defense in the league now as well. So Becky says, go Army, beat Navy. Wow, lots of comments coming in this morning. But President...
Oh, yeah, that's a big deal I want to talk about, too, is like the Army and the Navy game is crazy because there's like, so the helmets they're using this year are like expensive, fancy, like custom made helmets. Like they're wearing these like crazy looking helmets. You should pull up a picture if you can. Look up the Army versus Navy like new helmets. Like there's a bunch of like the new helmets and they look crazy. Like they look really good. I'm excited to see how that game goes.
All right, I'm pulling this up now. Helmets. All right. What's the price? What's the price tag on these things? Do you know?
I don't know the exact price tag, but I saw something saying like maybe roughly around like 2,000 to 3,000 per helmet, or like something crazy like that, which is not surprising, especially like college. Like, those are expensive helmets. Those got to be, especially because like when I like a couple years ago, like I don't know if you've ever seen them, but Louisville, the Louisville, the Reds, or I don't know, Louisville. Either way, they have like these crazy like metallic all red helmets that are like just insane looking. And I don't know. I feel like the college league gets crazier looking like helmets than the NFL does. Maybe that's a hot take, but like I think the college like those kids, they get like crazy custom helmets per year. Like they always do some kind of throwback or some kind of different design, and it's just wild.
Yeah,
it's wild to see.
Yeah, I'm looking at I'll show it on the monitor right now.
But I will say, the one thing I will say that is good, so like Philip Rivers like is obviously an amazing quarterback all time, but I will say though, him coming to the Colts though, with the Colts having a pretty actually really solid O-line this year. So like, maybe he'll be fine, but at the same time, it's like his first game being against the Seahawks right now is definitely like, it's definitely going to be a tough battle for him for his first game.
Listen, man, the President Trump just stirred the sports pot again this past weekend. This time over what we call football. He was speaking at the FIFA event where he was getting the Peace Prize.
Yeah, he got the Peace Prize and was like he was given like a trophy and he got like a full-on medal as well. He got like a medal and a trophy.
Oh yeah, and of all things, he said that soccer is the real football and that the American version needs a brand new name.
I did see that.
Now, you know that my wife is British, and we've had some brutal fights about football versus football and who properly owns the name football. That it predates American
Well,
football.
really,
And
well,
we've had some knockdowns over this. But but now we've got Trump saying that we shouldn't be calling football in America football anymore. We have to come up with another name for the quote NFL stuff, end quote, is what he said.
yeah.
And this
No, well,
the suggestions, have you seen some of the suggestions?
well, I will say, like, I think honestly, like, for America, like, to be fair, we have been calling it soccer for years.
Thank you.
Like, especially because, like, in our schools, like, when we were growing up, like, when I was a kid, I used to play soccer. And when I played soccer, I was like 5 or 6 years old, and I was in literally what they called soccer clubs. We literally had soccer clubs. So, I mean, football in terms of soccer is like everywhere else, but America generally calls it soccer because we needed a different name because American football is obviously different. Now, I think I agree because technically we call it football, but 90% of it is with the hands, like the ball is in the hands of someone. So
Yeah.
it definitely is like more time than not the ball is spent like being thrown than it is kicked. But at the same time, it's like it's the name we gave it back in like what the 20s, like 1920, when the NFL officially debuted. Um, we've been calling it that for years now. I mean, the Packers and the Bears were like one of the very first franchises, and they were both in like what 1998 or 1918, 1919, something like
Yeah.
that.
Right.
And so, you know,
Freaking long time, dude.
yeah, exactly. American football has been around for well over 105, 160 years. So,
Thank
we've
you.
been calling it football for that long. And so I think that we should just stick to our natural American values and just stick with football and soccer. Well, obviously the rest of the world is allowed to call it football. No
Right.
one's arguing it,
Sure.
but America, like, we, like, as kids, we grew up with soccer. That was what we called it. A ball getting like with it has the pattern, the black and white patterns on it. It's like we call it soccer. And like I see and it's funny because when I see professional soccer, the ball is like a white color with like these like weird colors on it, and I'm just like, why isn't it like this actual soccer ball for like the sport soccer? Is it the white with black like it's like hexagons?
Yeah.
Like, why isn't that? That's interesting to me.
Trump didn't say that he's going to force the NFL to do it. If there's an executive order that comes out on this, it's just However,
I mean,
my
opinion.
Yeah.
My opinion is simply on it is like just like how the Washington Commander fans want their name changed back to the Washington Redskins.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's going to happen. Like, same with changing the name. Like, it's not going to happen.
You don't
like,
think it's going to happen, but should it happen? Should it happen?
Should it? I mean, I don't think so. Because
go ahead, Logan. Go ahead.
I have to simply say that I just think that as like I think for America, like we can just call it soccer because like I said, we've been calling it that for years.
Yeah.
I mean, if they really want to like change it, I think then the whole world should like call it soccer too, because then it like I don't know. I feel like it should either, it's up to everybody's like opinion, but I guess like at the end of the day, it's like I still think soccer is soccer.
Yeah.
Football. It's like it's the same sport.
And the Redskins are still the Redskins are still the Redskins.
Well, if they want, yeah, if they wished.
Say it, Logan. Listen, man, we don't like change. We don't like change. Leave well enough alone. The internet went nuts with this when Trump said this, and the suggestions that I have found online for replacing the word football here in America. The serious contenders. Are you ready for this? Gridiron.
Like football being changed, like NFL being changed to grid. Say that again. Grid what?
Just the word football. Not using the word football. On Thursday nights, we're watching Gridiron.
Yeah, no, that sounds awful.
Yeah,
that's awful.
Here's another
Everything
one.
about that is terrible.
These are the everything. I agree. These are some of the name ideas to get rid of the word football, which is never going to happen. But what the hell's wrong with this world? You ready? Here's the new one.
All right.
Pigskin.
Okay, I could sort of see it, but it sounds stupid. It just like it. It's definitely better than the first one, but it's just like I don't think.
Can you imagine saying, "Hey, Logan, bring some wings."
Hey, did you watch the pigskin game on
Yes,
Thursday?
Did you watch that pigskin game last night?
Dude, Tom Brady is the greatest pigskin player of all time.
Oh my God. Others are saying that we need to add the word tackle in front of football or the word American in front of the word football, which no one's ever going to do that.
Well, we've kind of all like when you go to other countries, for example, like when I went to Canada, for example, I was like talking to some random guy at a bar about football, and he kept referring it to American football.
Yeah.
So I feel like other places already do that. Like I feel like some places already kind of do that. But I mean, it is like we call it the National Football League, though. So like the thing is, if we were to do that, we'd have to change the NFL's name to the American Football Association, so the AFA, which I'm pretty sure was the original.
Yeah.
I think it was the original name for a long time, but
yeah,
wish they could do that again. But at the same time, it's like it's called national because have you noticed we've been this year alone too? We went to like Berlin, Germany. They went to Australia too. So we've taken the NFL, because 5 years ago it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
We weren't really doing that much. Like we were doing it, but it wasn't happening that often. Now we are doing it like where per year there's at least 1 or 2 games played in like at least 6 to 8 different countries. And now we have we're expanding to the whole world, kind of like what FIFA has been doing for years.
Yeah.
And so, it would be stupid to call it the American Football League, especially if they decide to go because they call it national. So it's like that would defeat the purpose of it being called the National Football League.
Yeah. Comments here. The UK actually came up with the name soccer. I'm going to look into that. Dan Alexander says, does it count if you have an ex-soccer player for your kicker because he's the best in the league now, too? Dan also says, go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, I was going to say, whoever said the comment about soccer was in the UK, they're probably right. Like, that's probably very possible. I don't really know my history on soccer like that, but they're probably right. There's and if that's the case, then why did the UK not adapt it to soccer? They still call it football.
Yeah.
They still call it football in the UK. So it's like,
I know.
that defeats the purpose of you guys calling it that if you are making the name or, claiming that you made the name if you're not going to use it.
Dan also says, he also said something needs to be done with college football and Nick Saban should be in charge of it too.
That would be interesting to say the least.
and a beautiful comment here from John Kidder saying, again, beautifully, screw Tom Brady. Joe Montana is the real GOAT.
That's very debatable.
It is.
But I love Joe Montana. Joe Montana was really good.
That's who I grew up with, man.
But my problem here is same with Steve Young. My problem here is I'm a Seahawks fan, so I can't I can't like them. As much as I want to, I can't. I can't like a player like that.
Yeah.
49ers, ew.
Right.
No, but what?
I just got a text here saying that the inevitable renaming of football will be Trump ball.
I will actually like move to a whole nother country if that happens. I'm not even joking. Like I would actually leave this country.
Bro,
I'd be like, all right, guys.
Yeah, bring a couple of beers. Bring a couple of beers over. Let's watch some Trump ball tonight.
Yeah, I feel like that would just be like, I don't, it's like everybody has their opinion on the guy, but at the end of the day, it's like it's so egotistical to like do that, especially like I've made this clear for years, even like before, I've said this for years. I just don't think politics should be in any form of sport.
Yeah.
Because it's like sports. Like I don't like the idea of like the sudden uprise of sports betting.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Like I don't like politics. I don't like gambling in my sports. Like it really ruins the tradition of it being entertainment. It's a sport,
Yeah.
not a gambling scheme, not a political win scheme. I mean, to be fair, before Trump was considered a politic or considered himself a politic, he was in the WWE being an entertainer. So it's like, same thing. I get it, but I just don't. I think entertainment to politician at that point. Now that you're a politician, you need to stay away from entertainment.
One of these one of these days, I have to get you in here. I need you on the couch because I want to talk about Michael Francis, and I want to talk about sports gambling, and I want to talk about his. And I think I shared that link to you that gambling and fixed outcomes are everywhere. They're every sport everywhere.
Like this year alone, it was really bad, especially with like what happened with Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups with the whole mafia and like gambling scheme. And then you've got those two pitchers, or not pitchers, but like players from the Guardians. They got caught in a gambling scheme. And then there was another one. So there's been like 3 or 4 big ones alone just in this year alone. And it's like, to be fair, we're not even we still got what we got about 3 or 4 more regular season football games than the playoffs, and the NBA just started. We're only 20 games into like the 80 games. We still got 60 something more games left. So there's still so much time for like that stuff to come out, and so so far it's been crazy.
I don't know if you're following this stuff, but Joey Merlino, former American mobster, is saying the Super Bowl's already been determined. The winner.
Not surprised. I mean, we've kind of known that like, I mean, it's been pretty obvious, at least for the past 3-4 years now, that like the NFL, like for example, like people have been noticing like now it's not always true, but like when I see like the Super Bowl official logo, like when they announce the official logo, you'll know because the color schemes usually match up to the 2 teams that are playing in the Super Bowl. So if you pay attention to the actual colors, there's a chance you'll notice a pattern or something and be like, oh, that looks like it's possibly this team.
Yeah.
But like, for example, like I think right now, like the Patriots like have a really good case of making it. I think they're gonna have a hard time getting there because they're gonna have to play Buffalo. They're gonna have to play probably Baltimore, which Baltimore isn't amazing, but they're also kind of making a comeback right now. Like Lamar Jackson has really brought the Ravens back.
Yeah.
So
you're going to be talking about this tomorrow morning right here, right?
Oh God, yes. No,
All right.
I'll be here tomorrow morning at 10:30, less than 24 or just about 24 hours from now.
All right.
I'll be there getting ready to chat with you about, or not chat with you, but chat with the people around.
Yeah.
About what's going on.
Everyone that's watching, listening right now, please tune in tomorrow morning at 10:30. It's called Athletics. It's Logan Luce, the host of it. I want to close out this morning with just some of the other names that I'm finding here to possibly replace the word football in America. Here it is. Are you sitting down? Because I don't want you to faint or anything and hit your head or anything, Logan.
Oh, I'm fine. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Okay.
The next possible replacement word would be hand egg.
I think I just had a stroke. Oh my
Hang,
God.
deep
I'm
breath.
sorry.
Take a deep
I'm sorry.
breath. No,
I'm sorry.
let's come
Did
over
you
and watch some
say,
hand egg.
say
The next one,
hand egg?
hand egg. I
That's
guess
crazy.
because the football looks like an egg.
Whose toddler? Whose toddlers are making these names?
I don't know.
Who's,
But
yeah,
here's
whose
the thing: it's
5-year-old is
the
making these
argument
names?
is that you know you football players it only connects with your foot just a little tiny bit. Most of
We should just change football to just American ball. We should call it American ball.
but they're like you hardly ever your foot hardly ever comes in contact with the ball. So why are you people calling it football? The next word
Because we're
is footsie, which I think the Brits
no,
I think
no,
I know
no,
the Brits I think the
no.
Brits call soccer
Footsies.
footsie.
That's not
Footsie.
footsie.
Logan,
Footsie. Oh
Logan,
God.
Logan,
No.
why don't you come
No.
over the house tonight, Logan? We'll watch some footsie.
What's a footsie?
Let's watch some footsie.
What's a footsie?
The next idea would be here it is, Millionaire Fight Club.
There's more fighting in hockey than there is in football like that. What? Like,
Thank you.
Like, there's more hand-to-hand combat in hockey. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
The next word is end zone. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, that honestly, that like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Out of everything I've heard from you today,
No,
like,
don't
that
say
has to be like somewhat the most okayest one. Like,
No,
that has to
it's
be like
not.
the least. It's not terrible. It's not terrible.
The the next word is I'm not making this up. The next word is yard ball. Because who needs the metric system anyways, really? I mean,
So for starters, you're not playing in your backyard. You're playing in a professional stadium that is made with a fancy type of grass.
Yeah.
It's not someone's actual backyard. So, it's funny they say that because there used to be, when I was younger, like probably early 2000s, there was this like video game series literally called Backyard Football.
Wow.
And as the name implied, it was supposed to be like kind of like a footballish backyard vibe. It was weird, but either way,
Huh.
that exists, and like that alone was terrible. And
Yeah.
so it's like now you got no, I don't like that. I don't know. I'm not how to feel about that one.
The last but not least name here is here it is. Full contact chess.
Just you should have stopped at full contact. I think full contact would have been like
Yeah.
the least like awful, but
Yeah.
full contact chest.
Hey, let's order a pizza and come on over and watch some full contact chess.
Hey guys, did you guys see the full
Woo!
contact chess championship?
Oh my God. And now we,
That is
and now we
terrible.
of course we won't be able to call it the Super Bowl anymore. We're gonna have to change that too. So, this is crazy
Super
stuff.
Cup.
Yeah,
Super
it's Super
Cup.
Cup. Exactly. There you go.
Super Cup.
Listen, man, have fun with this tomorrow morning. I can't wait to watch you, bud.
All right, I'm gonna try to run away with this one. But thank you so much. Like JD said before, the Athletics podcast tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. I will be live. Thank you, JD, for having me this morning.
You got it, brother. Over and out, man. That's Logan Luce right there. He is such a great guy. Loves to laugh, has fun, passionate, loves talking about sports. Mostly football, mostly NFL, but basketball too. And, I was thinking this last night. Are we getting close to March? We are. We actually are. So once we start getting in like February, Logan's going to be going nuts about March Madness. Nuts. So if you're a fan, basketball, football, doesn't matter. Sherilyn, you with me?
Hello.
Hey, honey,
Yes.
have you had a chance to listen this morning?
No.
All right. Just had a huge conversation with Logan Luce. Donald Trump, our president, is proposing. He was just at FIFA, got the big peace prize over there. He loves soccer. That soccer is the real football, and that the American
Obviously.
what's that?
Obviously.
And that the American version needs a brand new name. We need to stop calling it. We need to stop calling it football because it's not foot. You guys call it footsie over there, right?
No.
What do you
Footy.
call it? Footy. Okay.
But it's football. Yeah. You guys play, how do I put this? A
Be careful, please.
pussified version of rugby is what you guys call football. Your padded version of rugby. Do you know girls play rugby in school? That's our PE lesson is rugby without pads. Yeah. And they get paid how much?
Zip.
Mind you, football players get paid quite a bit too, but they've actually got quite a bit of talent.
Apparently, and I just saw in the comments here that the UK came up with the name soccer.
Seriously?
That was a comment that came in this morning.
It wasn't Australia
I don't know.
or Brazil or the US, maybe?
I don't know. But
Well, what say you? What do you reckon?
what I reckon
What makes more sense?
is,
What makes more sense?
well, I mean, listen, only in America are we going to argue about the name of a game where the ball is rarely kicked. Right?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, hey, but still, like Logan was saying, we've been calling it football for over 100 years, Sherilyn.
Say that again.
We've been calling it football for over 100 years. Leave it alone.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure England is a couple hundred years ahead of that.
Shit, I was afraid you were going to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any any names that that you think should be proposed to rename football? So far, the internet is saying gridiron, pigskin, tackle football, American football, Trump ball, hand egg, footsie,
Hand egg? Yeah.
millionaire fight club, end zone, yard
Oh my
ball,
God.
and full contact chess.
Oh my God.
Any
Well, they can't really call it like American rugby, can they? Because rugby's already a thing.
yeah. Any proposed names that you want to come up with off the top of your head, or do you want to do you need the weekend to think about it?
You know, as soon as I hang up, I'll have something.
Of course you will. Of course you will. So glad you answered this morning, I think.
Oh, God, so am I. Yeah, thanks so
whatever.
much.
Yeah, bye-bye now. Yeah. Football is what it's always going to be called. Right here in America. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Live shot right now of North Main Street in Barrie. It is a beautiful day. I want to thank Tess Taylor for coming on with me this morning. I want to thank Logan Luce for coming on, and Sherilyn for coming on, and Samantha Payette talking about Jeepmas and how huge that's going to be tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. And just a big thank you to you for watching, for listening, for having fun with us this morning. A lot happening. And like I said, this community calendar is just so jammed right now. It is so busy. There's so much happening. My God. Get out, enjoy. Don't forget, this Monday, the 15th, Rick Yarish is going to be at Cody Chevrolet. I'll be over there on Monday, having some fun with him and getting a copy of his book, A Bridge Named Amos, from Sweethearts and Heroes. Rick Yarish, this Monday. Meanwhile, get out this weekend. U.S. Veterans Motorcycle Club, Vermont Toy Drive at Wilkins tomorrow. The Holly Jolly Holidays at the Berlin Elementary School also happening. Jeepmas, as we mentioned, tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, Berlin Mall. Oh, so much happening. Stay warm. Stay dry. Stay happy. Be kind. Take good care of your neighbors. Check on the elderly and the disabled. Throw some love around this weekend if you can. Shop local. Be careful. Don't be drinking and driving. Am I sounding like your mother? Maybe. Great rest of your day. Love you all. Rex will be back. Hopefully feeling better soon. There's a lot to say. See you soon.